Hello, and welcome to another scene in Hong Kong House of Cards. Today, it's a Pooka scene, primarily. Um, the Pooka Baron, Lisbeth Vapu, has noticed that there have been no rumors of pranks, and Pranksgiving has come and passed, and she's very, very curious if she missed out on the greatest prank, or if there was an odd lack of them. So she has asked that all the Pookas in the city please come to her barony so she can speak with them. Of course, in Pookanese, so you gotta translate it, but that's pretty much the gist. So,
Yeah,
And
Hannah will answer this call. She respects other Puka, so sure. She'll call up Angela and Fluffy, ask them if they want to go.
I think I'm getting my tail fluffed. I'm sorry.
All right, cool. What time do I pick you up?
Oh, I won't be done until well after it's over.
Great. I'll see you in 30 minutes. And same question to Angela.
Did you like my latest post on Twitter?
What post on Twitter?
What about Instagram?
Can't say I recall.
What about the Snapchat?
Not there either.
Come here whenever you want. I don't care.
Okay. See you in a little bit.
Whatever.
And she will pick up her companions, um, and they will head to the barony.
when you get there, you will be greeted, um, by just probably a boggin that helps around, and he will bring you to the Baron's office. When he opens the doors, it's the office of a puka. I can just put it that way. Stuff's kind of all over the place, but oddly enough, the desk looks very neat. One thing though is that the Baron is actually not in there. But
Ooh.
the Boggin will just kind of gesture you all in and say, she'll be here eventually. I have to go see if she's napping.
Whatever. Fluffy's looking around to see if there's any decorations in the shapes of nuts. In the
Uh,
likeness of nuts.
Not as nuts, no. But there are a few plants, just like little shrubs and whatnot.
We'll start picking through them to see if there's any nuts in them.
No, there are not any nuts in the shrubberies. You might have uttered the word "bring me a shrubbery" a couple times, just to see who got the reference. Nobody did, and they actually brought her a shrubbery. So that's kind of why they're around in her office. There are scattered pieces of paper and a trash can full of crumpled pieces of paper as well.
We'll see if any of them are about nuts. Go through them all. Like
you
sit on the floor, a trash can in her lap, pulling them out, unfolding them, stacking them up.
Okay, as you're going through them, it looks like somebody was trying to write poetry. They got maybe a couple words in, scratched through it, started doodling, balled it up, and threw it in the trash. And as you're doing this, the a very tall woman in a kind of casual dress will walk in. She's got red hair. Her ears look like they belong on a lioness. They're, the rounded, they're big, rounded, and have the kind of sandy colored fur. Her eyes are that of a lioness's as well, golden yellow. And she's got a tail, with the little tiny black puff at the end. She'll just kind of walk in, looks a little sleepy. She'll look at everybody and say, "Oh, was that today?"
No, we're just early.
Okay, good. I thought I made this for last week, but it seems it's now. Why are you getting my floor all dirty? She'll say, looking at Fluffy.
I'm organizing things. I'm not making anything dirty.
I will point out
Understandable.
though that you totally set this for next week. We just came here a week early to like camp out and shit. That
No,
was,
I thought it was supposed to be on Sunday.
Yeah, I thought this was Sunday. Is it not? Maybe it is Friday.
Is today Sunday? I think today's Sunday. So we're
no,
on the right
today's
day.
fucking Wednesday.
No, because last week
Not
was Wednesday.
Angela. Yeah.
She'll just kind of wave her hand and walk over to her desk, sit down, start. She'll open up I forgot what they're called. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. An appointment journal, and she'll start flipping through it. She'll kind of open it up. Okay, this was set for next week. You guys are early. Wonderful. Maybe that's why
You
I
know
was
what would help? I know exactly what would help.
What?
Putting nuts in your poems, that will help immensely. Just like so much.
That would be amazing. Okay. What did I schedule this meeting for? She'll kind of mutter under her breath. She starts going through and flipping through all of the pages. She'll eventually get to a page, kind of lay it down on the desk, and you just see this drawing. It's like a kind of crude, childlike drawing of what looks to be a tower, and then like a lion attacking this tower. She'll look up and say, "Ah, I remember. High Summer's Festival or High Summer's Night totally did not happen last week, right?"
What are you talking about?
Exactly, that's what I thought too, because I haven't heard any rumors of any pranks, and I was so wanting to hear what did not happen.
I was playing with a dragon. He likes to play fetch. He can't catch sticks though, and it always brings me trees.
Dragons are so though.
Trees. Don't you remember that one, Angela? You know, the one with the with the she and the boggin and they were both like, you know, just falling all over themselves because the 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 other Pooka, you know, the one that's not here, was, you know, trying to make them think that they were Pookas too. Yeah, that was really funny.
that was hilarious. There was also that whole thing that I heard about that Bog and Anastasia banging the shit out of that Fiona. Like we were talking about,
Yeah.
Fiona was sitting, kneeling there and proposing and crying. Meanwhile, his dick was entirely numb along with his left leg.
Oh, you should get that checked out. I don't think that's normal.
The sex was that good.
Or it was that bad.
Hannah doesn't look convinced.
Trust me, you can definitely have.
Yeah, there were plenty of pranks. I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Of course. I heard rumors of many pranks, and they took up my nights. I wasn't able to get work done for days after Pranksgiving because of so many pranks that were pulled, and I was just constantly hearing of them all. So I've decided to ask you guys for one more prank.
I'm
Pops
listening.
her head.
In this city, there's a magnificent golden tower that spirals up way into the sky, breaking through the clouds, touching the sun. In the toppest peak, toppest peak. Yes, something like that. There's a magnificent piece of art beautiful, wonderful. Funny enough, it was drawn by a friend of mine. We're very close friends. I want this piece of art, and in return, you guys could leave him something. Maybe a nut, maybe a person, probably a cat. But I think it would be very funny if this piece of art was to be taken from the highest point in this tallest tower in the magnificent city of Hong Kong, which of course everyone knows we can totally leave at any time.
Oh yeah, of course. I just left the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful outside the city.
It really is. So, does this sound like something you guys would not be interested in?
Hannah looks to
Fuck
Angela.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, see, I've got work and
Ooh,
just so much
they have
to
a
do.
great peanut noodle sauce.
She'll clap her hands together and say, "Great! Great! I will definitely go on my way then and not tell you guys the address. So you can't go and start this since it'll take up so much of your time."
Yeah. Just can't do it. Don't have the time right now. So,
She'll pick up the book again and start flipping through it. She'll open it to another page, just kind of lay it down on her desk, stand up, brush down the front of her dress, and say, "Well, wonderful. If you guys aren't going to do it, I'm going to see myself out. There's a very sunny spot, and I want to go take a nap. Again."
Sweet dreams.
You as well.
bye.
Goodbye. And she will walk out, leaving the appointment book open on the desk. And
Hannah will go over and look at it after she leaves.
there's an address.
Guys. Hannah looks at it. You guys don't want to go here, right?
You said something about nuts. I should probably stay away. Definitely stay away.
That would be really bad for you, Fluffy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, fuck the police.
I'd rather not.
Well, I am a Fiona now.
All right.
Huh?
What?
What? I didn't say anything.
Yep.
They said I could play with the dragon. I got a pet dragon.
But what about Gryffindor?
I'm still a Slytherin in my heart.
Hannah pouts.
And that's what matters, right?
Oh, wait a minute, Attica. I have the fucking Pandora legacy. I'd totally say that shit. Angela's going to look over and just say, be careful, though. You definitely want that she penis directly in your mouth, literally all the time.
Hannah gives Angela some side eye.
If I was doing that, I'd probably just bite.
I really like that. You should totally do that every time.
You're in a
Have
she
you seen
house.
the video? Have you seen that video about how to give the proper like oral sexual pleasure stuffs? You got to make sure you use a lot of teeth. Make sure your mouth's very dry, and then occasionally you have to use your hands. You kind of do this thing with them. And you just kind of flattens it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the best how-to video. Completely.
So, you guys
You know what
could
they really like?
Mm.
Turning into a snake and strangling them until they die. Should not.
Pinky.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's gonna. Yeah, she nods sagely.
Although Hannah does like a portion of what she had just said.
So, to the noodle house then?
Yeah.
It's totally normal that an American woman serves ramen in Hong Kong. It's totally normal.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Hello.
Not like it's a multi-ethnic city or something.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Hold on. I need to roll willpower. I need to roll willpower to tell the truth.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I have to spend it. I have the successes. Angela's gonna turn to Fluffy, hold out her hand, and wiggle it. As she says, it's a multi-ethnic city.
All right, so to get drawing pictures at the Noodle House. Let's go.
Hannah tears the address out of the appointment book.
Okay.
Angela takes
And
it.
they. Oh,
Angela
what
takes
did
what,
Angela
sorry?
do?
She just took a picture of the phone number.
Wait, what phone number?
Oh, not the phone number, the address.
Oh,
Took a
okay.
picture of the address with her phone. I'm sorry. I'm not all here right now. I'm expressing some emotions.
No.
So Fluffy has this neat little pile of some crumpled papers. As she's hurrying out, her tail knocks over the trash can. So in the opposite direction, you just have this spill of the rest of the crumpled papers.
As you guys walk out, you'll kind of see the Boggin look in, see the mess, and he'll just kind of sigh very quietly, go in to start cleaning it up. Okay. So it'll take you guys a little bit. Oddly enough, the address is not in a very. It's not in a portion of Hong Kong known for being very wealthy and with very tall buildings. Um, when you get there, it's actually this kind of broken down, um, what looks to probably be an arcade. The doors are kind of ajar. Well, not ajar, they're chained shut. There's boards on the windows. There are a couple panes of glass that haven't been broken yet. And as you can see inside, there's just broken down arcade games.
Does this look to be multiple stories?
It is not. It looks to be a story.
All right. Getting in should be easy enough. At least that's the hard part, so.
Oh, sorry. What kind of building is this? Again?
An old rundown arcade.
This is a really neat school.
And Fluffy's gonna see if she can go around the side of the building.
You can. As you go around, unless you want to roll for deck stealth or anything, you are going to step on like the grass and stuff. Or not the grass, the glass. I can speak.
Roll deck stuff.
Okay. Actually, it would probably be not deck stealth, but like dex athletics to not step on glass and just step around it if you didn't want to.
I can do that.
Yeah, that would probably be better because deck stealth would be for being trying to be quiet.
Would perfect balance come into play?
Yeah, that would apply.
Okay. I have 8 successes.
Yeah, you don't step on the glass. You don't step on anything other than what you want to as you walk back. So you don't get any glass on your shoes or anything like that. Um, There's a back door and a couple more windows that are either kind of rickety, boarded up, or have like one or two panes of glass still in them.
And she's going to. Let's see. That one. She's gonna spin in circles until she starts to feel that dizziness. Then she is going to draw a smaller door inside the door, including a little doorknob with chalk. Um, and then she's gonna give a little knock. The do 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 knock. And use Wayfair 3 to go through. To open a door. Create a doorway for them without having to break anything.
Okay. Let's say a -4 with all the bunks that you did. Because you drew the door, you spun around in a circle, and then you knocked on the door that you had drawn, so yeah.
I have 4 successes. I have a magical door that opens in now.
Yep, that you do.
Mm. So she takes the little doorknob that she just drew and opens the door.
Okay.
Gentleman first. And she'll gesture. If anybody followed her.
Oh yeah, Hannah follows.
Yeah, Angela is. Fuck it.
Okay. On the inside, the smell of dust kind of hits you very prominently. A few mice kind of scuttle away from whatever nooks and crannies that they were at when they heard the sound of probably the knocking, and they're just having a late reaction. Other than that, though, everything seems very calm inside. It's got an almost peaceful tranquility that one would have going through an abandoned building.
Okay. So we need to go to the highest tower. So gonna look for doors that lead down. Because that's the fastest way to get up.
Okay. Probably perk investigation. If you want to start searching for a door.
It's perception investigation, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, there's one.
What are we rolling?
Perception investigation, Lindsay.
Okay.
I have 2 successes on it.
Investigation site based.
Yes.
Okay. Four successes.
Okay. With one success, there's a door kind of off to the corner. With 2 successes, there is a door off to the corner that looks like it's maybe been opened recently. And with 4 successes, there's that one door that looks like it's been opened recently. And then there are 2 other doors on the opposite side of the building. Though both do not look like they've been open anytime soon.
There's a door. And she's pointing at the walls, so definitely. Hmm. I'm gonna stay here, and she starts making her way quietly over towards the door that's been opened recently.
Okay, if you're gonna do it quietly, that would be a deck stealth.
Four successes.
Yep, you make it over there very, very quietly. Yep. And now that you were a little closer, you can kind of see how the dust was pushed out of the way when it was opened. It definitely looks like it's somebody came through.
I hope we're not too early. Is the door still cracked open or is it closed?
This door is closed.
She's gonna listen at the door. See if she can hear anything on the other side.
Yep, that would be perk alert. Okay.
One success.
With one success, you kind of you don't hear anything on the other end. Occasionally, there's maybe like a little squeak, mouse squeak. That's about it.
Hannah will go over to one of the other doors that she saw.
Okay. And
And
you trying to
she'll do basically the same thing Fluffy did. Kind of sneak up to it and try and listen, see if she can hear anything on the other side.
Okay.
So do you want me to roll stealth first?
Yes, please. If you're gonna be sneaky.
Yep. Dex and stealth.
Fucking, I'll give it a whirl too. Watch this botch, guys. Gotta call it.
I did not give Hannah very many dice for this type of shit.
Okay, how did that? I feel like that's not right. Okay, no. I have one success.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, you put the difficulty as 1.
oh, that explains it. I have one success.
Yep.
Okay. 2 successes on stealth.
Okay. So Hannah makes it over to the door fairly quietly. And which door or doors or basically who were you going after, Angela?
Well, you said that Hannah saw 2 other doors, right?
Yep. But I'm curious where Angela went because
Oh,
the
okay.
doors that Hannah went to are on the opposite side of where Fluffy is.
Oh, my bad, Ben. I would probably have just followed Hannah to
Okay.
make things.
Then if she's gonna follow Hannah, Hannah would say, "There's 2 doors," and whisper this. There's 2 doors over there. Uh, um, you definitely don't want to go to the one I'm going to.
Fuck you! You don't tell me what to do.
And that's me laughing out of character. She wouldn't have laughed like that. She would have just kind of scoffed and went to her door.
And if you guys want to listen in, that would be a perk alert.
Okay. Um, weirdly enough, I do have a merit called Good Listener. I'm not sure if that applies here. That's up to you.
No, that
No.
applies to talking to people.
Yeah, that's a social merit to get it to get people to talk with you more, and whatnot.
It gives us a reduced difficulty on our confidant birthright.
Yep.
I have the merit as well. Perception. Oh, all three of us have that merit. Perception alertness.
The 1 point merit is fucking ridiculous.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I had that merit on my other Pooka too.
It's an absolutely silly fucking.
Five.
Fuck this stuff.
Okay. Perk alert. One success to listen at the door.
Okay. Once again, you hear nothing but the squeaking of mice.
Squeak,
Ooh.
squeak, squeak.
Oh, it's a fail.
Okay.
It's just a fail, not a botch. I have a success there.
Yeah. Angela hears nothing. The door's very thick.
Ooh.
Okay. You think we should check stuff out?
Give me just out of character. Sorry, that was curiosity. But you know what? Fuck the police, Angela will say. Nah, fuck that. We should just give up.
All right. And Hannah will open the door if it's unlocked.
It's a little sticky to open because it hasn't been opened in a while. But when you get it open, you just see what looked to be an old office. Is anyone else opening the other doors?
Fluffy will go through the door that's been opened recently.
Okay. When you open it up, it leads. There's a staircase going down.
Ooh, staircase. Can she looks back. Does she see the other two?
Yeah, you can see the other two on the other side. Yeah.
She chitters at them. They're obviously not hearing her. She pulls her phone quietly out of her pocket. Makes sure that the volume's all the way off. Sends them a group text saying, "Hey, there's stairs down over here. Probably not where we should be." And sends.
Hannah gets the text and starts to walk over that way.
Okay. Yeah, you make it over there without any problems.
Okay. She waits to see if Angela's coming along.
Angela's most definitely coming along.
Okay. Then yeah.
Down
Guess
the stairs, Fluffy will go, with her party of Pooka all in tow.
Okay. The farther down you go, because it doesn't look like this building has had any sort of electricity powering it in quite a long time, and you are going down, it does start to get dark. But and this is kind of like oddly enough, it's like a those hospital staircases where they just kind of go down and wrap around, and you can see like kind of through the middle over the bars. There is a light all the way at the bottom. And
She's gonna whisper very quietly. Make sure you step on every little thing, especially like nails or anything like that. Oh. And make sure that they can hear you coming. I know. With you two, they can probably hear you coming from a mile away.
Hannah just
Continue to quietly make our way over there.
Okay. Yeah, they're concrete steps. It's kind of hard to make a lot of noise on them unless you're like kicking them and stuff. So it's all good. Um, you get down there, and there's another door. But out from the bottom is the light that you guys saw above earlier.
Fluffy, how big is the crack under the door?
It's about the size of your average door crack, centimeter.
That's too small for a squirrel to slide under.
Yep.
Ooh, Fluffy's gonna lay down on the ground and kind of peek under the door as best she can.
With it being a centimeter, it's going to be a little hard to do. So roll another perk alert. Yeah, why not?
And what's the difficulty? I'm expecting it's gonna be higher since it's harder.
Just make a diff 7.
I still get 2 successes.
Okay, you managed to turn your head just enough to where you can see out through this very small crack. And it looks to be the lights coming from a couple different lanterns. Not actually like old-timey lanterns, but like they're the modern day lanterns that people bring out when they go camping nowadays. There's about 3 of them, and you can see the silhouette of someone just kind of moving around. With those 2 successes, they're kind of softly humming. It's a very morose song, whatever they're humming. Very sad.
She's gonna get up and point at the door, raise one finger, then she's gonna make the walking symbol with her hands, and then kind of do a little quiet hum. You want me to roll expression or something to see if I get it across?
Oh, like the motions you're doing are very. Sorry, the motions you're doing are very kind of common. Like I'm assuming you're just for walking. You're just doing the whole little very clear walking thing in the one person, so you're fine.
Okay. And she just stares at these two like, hello?
what's up?
She brings her hand up to her mouth like, shh. And she gestures, pointing at the door. There's somebody.
She kind of tugs at Angela and whispers, "There's definitely not anybody on the other side of the door."
Should a snake go check it out?
I don't know if the snake can fit. She might be too skinny.
How big is this opening for us? Out of character, Kim.
The crack from the door to the floor, it's only about a centimeter tall.
Oh, Snake can't fucking fit through that shit. It's just a fucking pit viper.
Should have played a cockroach, Pooka. Oh.
A fucking fluid would have been like, I'm just gonna squirm through that crack. Wait, what? Yeah.
Wish I had metamorphosis too.
We could just unleash.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, Angela is just gonna look and she's gonna say, why the fuck don't we just open the door?
Fluffy
Alright.
kind of just shrugs.
Hannah will move to open. What?
Wants to do it no big. Yeah, I was just gonna say Angela's gonna open the door.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, unless anyone has any significant opposition, Angela's going to very gently turn the knob and start to push the door open or pull it open. I'm not sure whether this is a push or pull door or a sliding door.
Nah, it's not a sliding door. As you push it open, the figure that Fluffy saw kind of turns towards everyone, and now that the door is open, you can very clearly see that it's a Slua. You can't really tell if they're he or she, but their hair is kind of down in little tangles, and their eyes are very small, sunken in, and tired looking. And they just kind of look over at you. And they're just wearing like a little robe. Very pretty, and it's got silver embroidery on it. They just kind of look over to you and blink several times.
What color is the robe with the silver?
Black.
Is it house related?
Nah.
Oh, black and silver.
Yeah, it's just black and silver.
So it's not like a lunate or something?
Nah.
I mean, House High Lunid is black and silver, but all right.
Oh.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look to be anything
Okay.
marked.
Okay.
I forgot the house colors, to be honest. I just thought black and silver would look cool together. So.
I mean, they do because it belongs to the best house in the game. Wait, what?
Nah.
So yeah, Angela's gonna blink and. What's up, bro, diggity? She'll say it in Cantonese first and see if the Slua understands.
They'll reply in Cantonese. It's a very kind of soft voice, and they'll just say, "Hello, what are you doing here?"
I couldn't find my weed man here. I was looking for my weed man.
I do not sell weed here. No.
What do you sell?
I sell nothing.
That's not what you said.
I did say that, though. I sell nothing.
How much do you charge for it?
I do not sell anything.
Well, how much is that?
Nothing.
So we have to buy nothing to get anything? But you... Okay, well, how much does the nothing cost then?
Not gonna lie, this Lou at this point looks very flabbergasted.
While
Thanks.
Fluffy is doing that, Angela's going to keep on the lookout for because it was a painting that they were looking for, right?
Well, that's what the Pooka told you. You can take that how you want.
True. Is there anything of worth in this room other than that robe?
It depends on what you think is worth anything. There are terrariums full of spiders. It looks there are a lot of kind of vials set up. Probably assume that Slua creates poisons, but there is a stack of papers, kind of off in the corner. I don't know what they are. They could be anything.
Well, if you're charging nothing for nothing, but I can't get nothing without something, then how am I supposed to get anything if I can't get nothing in the first place? Do you see my issue here?
The only thing I sell here are secrets.
Ooh, secrets. How much are those? Those should be good.
Depends on the person. I do not know you.
Hi, and she'll put out her hand to shake hands.
They'll extend their hand. Um, they're wearing gloves though. And will kind of tenderly shake your hand. This person seems kind of frail. They don't look very strong. They're kind of hunched over too.
She's vigorously shaking her hand because she has a lot of energy.
The person is kind of flinches and takes their hand back.
It is so good to finally meet you. You know, it's been forever since we've not met. So, do you have a name? Do you have a job? Do you have a house, a family, a car, a dog? You like cats? Should have brought a
I do
cat.
not like
We should have brought a
cats.
cat. You don't like cats?
Do you like?
The cats eat my spiders.
Oh, I see what you did there. I got you. I got you. And she's kind of making finger guns at her and kind of winking, like,
Also, hey, also, can I take a selfie with you?
No, thank you, please.
you will be internet famous in like 2.3 seconds.
I would rather not be on the internet.
You do know what the internet is. Wonderful. That is so good to hear because, you should follow her on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and Fuckface and whatever else she's got out there because there is just so much stuff. You will see all the best secrets splayed out like a waiting virgin on her honeymoon.
Looks at Hannah.
Yeah, just like it'll be with her and Hannah when they have sex later.
I do not know who any of you are. I would not follow anyone on any of these things.
Why not? Are
Because
you racist? Are you being racist, really? Just because I'm white? I'm a minority here. So is she.
Okay. Angela Goldblake can just slowly turn to Fluffy at that one. She don't look salty, but she's
I'm just trying to make friends here, and you're like just throwing it back in my face like, I don't need your friendship. I don't need you. I don't want you. You're blah, blah, blah. You won't even give me a straight answer.
I do not know who you are, and I have been giving you straight answers this entire time. I still do not know your name, and you are trespassing onto my domain. Do not act like this.
The door was open, and
Because why would I lock
there's
it?
no
It's an abandoned building.
and there's no sign saying "Do not enter." There's no sign saying "No non-sluas." Oh, you're one. Oh, you're one of them fantasy races. You hate us because of our kith. Is that what it is? Is that what's going on here? Is it?
Hannah will take Fluffy and put her hand over Fluffy's mouth and just kind of drag her away from the Slua.
Slua does not look very happy, but they do seem to appreciate when you move Fluffy away.
yeah. Angela will look over to the Slua and say, "Sorry about that. Fluffy is well a horrific scientific experiment gone wrong."
They'll incline their head slightly. Is there something that you need?
I need to roll willpower again. Actually, she might be able to. Okay. Angela is going to pull one of the greatest pranks that a Pooka can pull by telling the truth. She's going to make a play here. She's going to pray that it works. She's going to say, "We were sent here to recover some kind of painting. We didn't know where we would end up. We ended up here, and then we saw you. We can't exactly come back empty-handed, but I'm sure that we can work something out."
I do not draw here. The only things I create are poems.
Can I see them?
Tell me your name first.
Angela McGeaney, otherwise known as the Queen of the Snakes in Hong Kong.
The person will smile, kind of softly. It's not a full smile. Seems like a very kind of perpetually sad person. Stereotypical Slua. They'll just kind of say, I am Abyss. And then they will walk over. No, they will just gesture to the pile of papers that you saw in the corner.
Okay. What did the Slow say their name was?
Abyss.
Okay. Angela will nod to Abyss and start to check out some of the paintings. Or not the paintings, the poems. I'm sorry. I ain't all here right now.
They're not the greatest poems, but I mean they're not too bad. It is clear that that they put some work into them. They're about various different things. Some of them are about like sunsets and sunrises, comparing and contrasting the two. There's another one that is about how cotton candy smells, actually, and another about spiders and the webs they spin day after day. There's just a bunch of different ones.
Guys, I have a terrible idea.
What is it?
We totally aren't looking for a painting. So let's definitely not make a painting.
We shouldn't do that at all. Hannah starts looking around to see if there's any like canvas and paints.
There aren't any here.
We're probably gonna have to stay here to do that.
Actually, take it back. Roll me perk investigation.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of us?
All of you if you want.
Awesome. Hey, there's one again. Yay.
Four successes.
Damn, okay. So everyone who got one success, in the far corner of a room underneath a table which is holding a terrarium, full of amazingly brilliant blue metallic tarantulas, by the way. Saying they're very pretty. there's something there. And with 4 successes, there's actually a box, and it looks like there are a couple canvases and a little bit of paint. In a very small box. It really does look like someone kind of went out of their way to try and hide it. Whoever did it. Given though how the Slua acts, Hannah can kind of figure out that the Slua probably wasn't the one to put it there.
I'm sorry, what was it that Hannah saw?
A box with canvases and paint.
Okay, yeah. So Hannah looks around the room and she gets really excited when she sees the box and she goes over towards it. I don't think that we'll be able to paint with any of this stuff.
Absolutely fucking not.
So Hannah starts getting the stuff out. And let's see what. Oh, cool. So would it be expression to paint?
Personally for painting, I'd say arts or crafts, because expression is more like, in my opinion, it's more to deal with words. Let me check real quick what they've got in C20, because I think it's different for like every book.
Yeah, because Changeling unfortunately does not have the art skill.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't. And I know in Vampire you can use expression for painting.
Okay. Let me just read over it.
Because I have 3 dots of expression, I have no crafts.
Yeah, in the book here for C20, it's like it's for journalists, poets, rabble rousers, bloggers, and courtiers. Yeah. I would say though, you could do a kind of kind of like calligraphy if you wanted, I'd say, because
Okay.
you are kind of doing it's kind of like that artistic writing and stuff. I'd say expression would work well with calligraphy.
Trying to think of how. Well, she could probably manipulate calligraphy letters into an image that she would want to convey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would that be then intelligence expression? Or dexterity?
I'd say intelligence crafting to figure out how you want to draw it out and what you want
Okay.
to write, and then dex to actually put it on paper.
Okay. So I have intelligence for creative, but I have no crafts, so it would just be straight intelligence at diff 7, right?
Ooh, before you make that roll, you mind if Angela gets an idea out?
Sure. Hannah figured that everybody would just put whatever they wanted on the paper, so.
Angela will look around and she'll say, we definitely shouldn't draw that brilliant gold tower that we were told about.
Ooh.
Is there anything in the poems that this person wrote about towers or cats or mice and rats?
Roll intelligence enigmas.
Oh, praise be unto me for giving me enigmas.
Sorry. It's just like it's the only thing I can kind of think if you're wanting to figure out like what's in the poems exactly.
I have 2 successes.
Okay. There is. Okay, with 2 successes, you can kind of think these don't really look like normal poems. And there is actually something in there about somebody arriving at the Golden Tower, and they laid down their swords at this tower.
She takes that one.
Okay.
Did any of the other ones kind of match the poems that she was writing, that the Baroness was writing?
They the poems that the Baroness was writing, the ones that you went through. I'm assuming you went through like all the garbage and you went through all of the pieces of paper. Okay. There were some of them that fit what the Slua has written down in these poems, and then then it, the ones that you also saw that the Baroness wrote were just kind of very incomplete, and they would talk about kind of like the plains and how she wishes she could roam there, but most of them were just kind of marked through and they didn't get very well. But you do recognize that some of the poems that the Slua has written, they seem to be in the same similar pattern as 1 or 2 that was in the trash can of Baron Lisbeth.
She's going to take those ones as well.
Okay. The Slua will just kind of look over at you and give you a quizzical look.
Got the pictures.
If you are going to take my things, I will expect recompense. Also, I do not know where that box of art supplies came from either. That is very distraught.
And she'll reach into her bag and pull out the biggest, nicest nut that she has on her. My prized possession. And she looks like she's struggling to just like offer it to her. She pulls it back, gives it a kiss, and then offers it out again.
You can kind of see that the Slua is just kind of like, they don't want to take it, but then seeing how much value it has to Fluffy, they will reach out and kind of take it. And then add, I will take good care of the acorn.
It'll sprout into a grand tree and have even more. It's such a good little acorn. I'm gonna miss you, acorn. And she's right on that verge of crying.
Oh.
Abyss will kind of look towards the other Pooka, and it is very clear. You can kind of see in their tired little eyes is just kind of pleading for you guys to get her to stop before she starts crying.
Hannah's not really paying attention. She's sort of lost in thought on what she wants to put on this paper. So
She'll just. Actually, you know what? Angel's gonna lean over Fluffy and say, I saw that nut's twin earlier on our way over here. We can grab it.
Turns. Don't tease me like that. That is not nice.
I'm not teasing you.
She narrows her eyes. If I didn't know better, I would say you were.
I am not teasing you at all.
And the Slua will just kind of walk over and set the acorn next to a terrarium. Yes.
I guess we just have to wait for Anna to finish doing her thing with the thing. I'm pretty sure I already have the picture, so.
Yeah. There's 3 canvases, one for each of you guys. So if y'all all just want to doodle something or let Hannah do it all, that's up to y'all.
Angela would want to get an assist. Would want to assist.
Fluffy knows what she'll paint then.
Okay, so 2 successes on trying to work out what she wants to convey with the lettering that she's going to do. She will do the gold tower, but she'll also try to do a snake, a squirrel, and a badger, either next to or in the gold tower.
Okay, that sounds
So
great.
We'll see how well this turns out. Dex expression. Three successes.
Okay. It is a very stunning piece of art.
Hannah works on it for a while, and when she's finished, she stands back and looks at it. It's all right, I guess. Smiling.
Fluffy is not much of a painter, but she's gonna paint something. It's gonna be the 3 things that she said we should bring as offerings to this to leave for the person that we're getting the picture from. That's not really a picture.
Okay.
Got the hashtag. I got 2 successes.
Ooh. Okay.
So there's a picture of a nut, a cat, and what was the other thing? I don't remember the third one now. Out of character.
For what, sorry?
The 3 things that she had said we could leave is for the person.
The offerings.
Oh. Oh, she was just bullshitting. You can... You know what, flowers. Yep, flowers will be the other one.
Okay, flowers.
Okay. 2 successes, it's... You know, the lines are kind of slightly wavy, but it's still overall very, very nice for something that was kind of created on the fly.
You can tell what it is. That's the important thing.
Okay. As you guys are painting, this is just kind of walking around. It'll pick up a tarantula every now and then, kind of hold it and then put it back down. And when you guys are done painting, they will look back over, just kind of blink, say, is that all that you needed?
No, I'm also gonna need a Slurpee, 3 cheeseburgers to go, an order of ramen because I know her, and can I get fries with that?
You can leave. I'm not a food service worker.
Too bad. And Fluffy will take her painting and the poems and start making her way out.
Okay. Are the other two following her?
Hannah will wait for Angela to finish her painting first.
He has two, so it's very obviously the silhouette of a dancing woman on a stage.
Okay. Yep. That'll do it.
Cool. Then yeah, Hannah will head out with her drawing. She didn't really paint; she drew, rolled up, and she carries it out with her.
Okay.
And vroom vroom back to the Barons, I guess? Baronesses?
Mm-hmm. Well, just as a little flavor thing, as you guys leave, the Slua kind of slams the door shut behind you, and you can hear a lock click in the door.
Hannah just kind of laughs.
They know
Um,
those keep people out, right?
But, yeah. After that, once again, the Boggin will kind of lead you guys to, to the Baron's office. She's in there this time. She's asleep on the desk, though. Like, not on the desk, like she's in the chair, but her head is kind of laying on the desk, and she's snoring. The Boggin will just kind of gently knock on the door, and her Elizabeth's head will shoot straight up. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping.
Definitely not.
No, of course,
Nah.
of course not.
I didn't see a thing.
So we completely failed in what we were supposed to be doing.
I expected that. You guys seem incompetent.
Yeah.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
The
Hannah
Baron will
gives a
just
sage nod.
the Baron will just smile really widely at that. Say, okay, I'm ready to see all the wonderful food that you guys cooked me.
I'm sorry,
Fluffy
Attica.
looks to the others.
What?
Fluffy looks to the others to let them go first.
I'm sorry, Kim. I didn't hear the last part of your sentence.
Oh, sorry. The Baron just kind of clapped her hands together and said, "Well, I'm excited to see all the food that you guys cooked me."
All the food that we what?
Cooked.
Cooked. Okay. Uh, if no one else is going, then Angela will go. She will present what she has made, and she'll just say, "I get to kill a hobo to get this. I had to stab him 3 times.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. I had to do that shit with a spoon.
Ooh, that's the worst.
It's pretty
Especially
bad.
when it comes to scooping out eyeballs.
No, it wasn't even scooping out eyeballs. It was scooping out his windpipe. It was pretty bad.
Ooh, but I thought you stabbed him.
Yep, stabbed him with a spoon and then tried to scoop out his windpipe. That's how it goes.
Well, I'm very happy that you didn't get any blood on the painting.
Yep.
She'll take it, and kind of pin it to a. There's She's got kind of like a big, I don't know what they're called, but like a bulletin board. There we go. There's a couple poems up there. There's a couple paintings on there. And funny enough, there's a frog. Not like an actual frog, but like a little plushy frog that's hanging on the billboard by a string.
Nice. Hannah will go next. She'll say, had to dive into a really dark cave and fight off a bear to get this, but here you go.
Bear? Ooh, how old was it?
It moved kind of slow. Maybe it was probably hibernating, so I caught it off guard.
Indeed, indeed. There are many terrible things about the summer hibernating bears I've heard of.
Hannah nods and waits for her reaction to the painting or to the drawing.
When she sees the golden tower and then the little snake, badger, and squirrel, her face kind of lights up in joy. There's a very goofy smile on her face for just a moment. Then it kind of fits to something more regal and Baron-esque. She goes,
Hannah smiles and
I bet.
go ahead.
Sorry, you go.
I was just saying that Hannah was smiling at that.
She'll say, thank you very much for the work. And she'll go and she'll pin it on the billboard next to the one that Angela gave her.
Hannah will nod and step back.
And at that, Fluffy will step forward. First, placing her painting on the desk for the Baroness. The cat, the nuts, and the flowers. The cat kind of standing regally behind this like bouquet of flowers strewn out with a field of nuts splayed out in front of it.
Baron will pick it up and see it. And she'll chuckle. Seems that she's very amused at the painting. She'll say, "My, that is something beautiful. Wow. All of these paintings are so good."
And to further illustrate our failure, she makes this flourishing hand gesture and as she bows and sets the poems down for her.
After she pins up the painting alongside the other three, she will walk back over and she'll look at the poems. She'll pick them up and she'll start reading through them. And she'll get an almost kind of reminiscent smile, like she's remembering something days past. And then she'll open a drawer in her desk and set the papers inside and close it and say, "That is wonderful. You accomplished below my expectations. I'm very, very sorry to have to say that." If,
It is our dishonor.
indeed, if there is anything that you might require in the future, I might listen to it, depending on what it is. If it's very out there, then I'm just going to kind of ignore it. But yes, after all, a prank should be paid for, or something of the sort. Maybe I shall allow Abyss to pay for it this time. I do not know. Ice cream? Anyone?
No, thank you.
No, I hate ice
Hate
cream. But you want to say that Angela and Hannah said that in unison?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
And she'll kind of walk out and call down the hall, "I want some cookies, as do my friends." then she'll walk back inside. And a couple minutes later, brownies will be served.
Do they have powdered sugar?
Some of them do, some of them don't. Others have like raspberries on top. There's one with a single blueberry just kind of smushed into the brownie. And then there are two that have scoops of ice cream on each.
Do the ice cream or any of the brownies have nuts?
There is actually one brownie that is chock full of nuts.
You will
Pecans,
take that one.
specifically.
She doesn't care. They're nuts. She's gathering them.
Winter is coming.
Winter is always coming. You must always collect, always gather, always
Yes.
prepare.
Yes. And so then, I think if there's nothing else, we're good to end the scene here.
I'm good.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, viewers, if we had any, for viewing. This has been another scene in Hong Kong House of Cards.